Athiya meme sokandaba uthi izizwe zonke mazihlanganise ubungasusu
all the African genres, fiction, non-fiction, autobiography, geography, children's, it's all in one shelf. And then the rest of the shop is English and Afrikaans. So I took it upon myself that year to write a book, a children's book. That's where I got the idea to write about Imcimbi yesiZulu, umemulo, umhlonyana, amalobolo, otsiki, utsiki is close. So I wrote a book, Ululu Emshadweni, but I had the bad luck of someone taking a nice bed and putting it on it and selling it as their own. And then I gave up on writing and I was like, maybe that's not my thing. And then when I had a daughter, I thought I would love for her to know about Ushonyana, about Unemulo. Oh, Jack and Jill are all good and well. What's in the real right? But that's now my castles la. So ngathi nje for umntanami, context relevant work. I'm going to write these books. So she inspired me, Kamat. That's why the series is called the Kamacha series. So that's why I wrote the books.
Now, as you know, that us as Black people, we're very spiritual and connected to nature. So, what prompted you to go to that direction when it comes to the book series? Because you're writing about customs and practice, but now why this particular route of ecology?
Yes. Okay, initially my books were on spirituality and customs, which was the first series, which was the cultural series. So it made sense for it to be spiritual. And then the reason why I went to ecological intelligence is because, first of all, I'm very big on climate change and it's in danger. And I thought ecological consciousness, the African philosophy, the African spirituality, the whole of ecological intelligence, that's why so I thought, let me do something fun for her this time.
Okay, so can you take us through your writing process? Like, how was it? Like, how do you start? When you write? Like, because everyone has ideas, but how do you put it on paper?
Oh, okay. So I conceptualize. I have a concept document where I have is this going to be a series? Is this going to be one book? How many books are going to be there? What are the titles going to be? I write the synopsis of the book before I write the actual book. So I'm very methodological in my writing. I don't know if it comes from academia or what it is, but I'm very methodological in my writing.
And then, why do you think that not many people write in indigenous languages? Because there's always a shortage of paper books in indigenous languages. Why do you think that is?
I think it's because of money. People want to make money, of course. People want to make money, and English has more of an appeal than your isiZulu, isiXhosa, isiTswana. It has more of an appeal, so people are more drawn to what's appealing, what's bringing in capital, and we do live in a capitalist society, so our consumerist ways are going to take us in that direction. Yes. these books. Yo, I feel like giving up every single time. It is so much money. I have to pay my husband to illustrate. The printing. The printing is hectic. The money aspect really irks me. But the writing aspect, looking at children reading these books, getting people interested, that aspect I love.
And what was your best moment in like releasing this book and writing, like your most favorite moment that you remember, that you're like, you know what, I am doing the right thing here?
Well, I'm glad you asked. Just this Thursday, or was it Wednesday, I received the Henry Kumalo Foundation grant for these books. Ukamato is doing.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I think that deserves a round of applause. Wow. And that's complex a big deal.
Yeah, the grant is a big deal. It's not much money, but the fact that they trust me with the grant is absolutely amazing. So we landed that grant, and that was a highlight. That was a milestone. That affirmed and validated me, made me feel like I'm doing something right.
And then why children's books in particular? Like, why do you think children's books are important in society? Because we don't have a lot of children's literature and it's not really promoted.
Okay, foundation phase, very important. Look, go try to stay mad. Uma ufuna ubafaka isiZulu bafake lapha ama-foundation phase. Uma ufuna bazi ngezinto ngama-customs culture, omhlonyana obani bafake lapha ku-foundation phase. Foundation phase, well, number one. Number one, you can't go wrong.
So there's a lot of talk that South Africa is not a reading nation, particularly the black community, that we don't read much. Why do you think we have those challenges, and how do you think they could be solved in getting us to read?
Yes, nale foundation phase. Uyabona uma umcebise samncane umntana lento leyo ukuthi kuyafundwa ayithande uzokhula nayo leyo nto leyo. Angisho ukuthi you must give up on the old ones, but I'm saying asiqale bese abancane to inculcate a reading culture.
And why do you think your book is important in today's society?
I think my books, the first series and the second series, are important because it affirms the black child. It's a book for the black child, by a black child, about a black child. So I think that's the most important thing about these books, and just general enjoyment. Okay?
And tell us about where do we get where's the book available? If people want to purchase, people want to engage with it, where do we get it?
Oh, okay. So I don't have a bookstore deal yet. So you won't get it as exclusive books. You won't get it $8. I have them at Bridge Books in the CBD here. I have them at home and then on my website, and I've also got them on digital, on what do you call them? Ebooks. I've got them as ebooks as well. So you can get them as ebooks on my website. You can order on my website from me, from home. I'm literally selling from my booth. So, yeah.
So guys, get the book. She told you the various options how you can get the book. Just want to hear, how is it been like for you starting to write? Because just take us to your journey, like what prompted you, you know what, let me write? Because, yeah, most people have ideas, they aspire to be writers, they want to tell stories, but very few people actually do it. So, what's the magic for you just doing it?
Oh, so what happened was last year, so angithekela 2007 lento yokufuna ukubhala lezi incwadi. Ngayishiya ngayikhothwa kanjalo. Kwathi last year 2024 ngo-September, I was invited to the University of Botswana by Prof. Bagel Chilisa. I don't know if you guys know Prof. Bagel Chilisa, but she is the pioneer of indigenous knowledge systems and theoretical frameworks. So she pioneered and started indigenous theoretical frameworks, and I told her about this thing, and she said, "No, why are we still thinking about this? Why are the books not in my hand?" So ngabona ukuthi hayi ngeke sengithola stamp from Miss African Indigenous herself. I must do this. And then once we got January, I was at home with my sister, and I was telling her that I have these books that I want to write, and we took out my laptop, we sat outside. She said, "Let's start writing," and we did.
So this time, guy, the food the way is here. Yes. Say hi, brother. So, ngibhala leli culo angizokusho ukuthi lento yayingami noma yayingani kodwa uNkulunkulu wadala uthando lwalunye safika thina salona kodwa uma kwenzeka ukuthi mhlampe kuthiwa yibona lamanje uyagowa nakho akaze ngabhali ingoma ngabhali ingoma ngaze ngagaya ekhaya utshwala ngathola ikufana ngafika ngagubha ngisaba ngathi njengakhosini ke Thomas
Uqamatha. Can you tell us more about why that character? Why is it a young black girl? What inspired the name and this person? Like, yeah.
Uqamatha is my 6-year-old daughter. She is obviously Xhosa. I'm Zulu. Her dad is Xhosa. Her name, Uqamatha, we didn't just choose that name because we wanted to invoke God in our home every single day. We chose that name because it was given to us through isibonakaliso. So uTata kaQamatha had a dream of umamkhulu wakhe osadlula emhlabeni, and wathi umamkhulu biza uQamatha apha phandle angene endlini, and then ambiza uQamatha aqhamuke this little black girl, and I was 3 months pregnant at the time, and we found out the following week that it was a girl, and we just knew that was no coincidence. This girl is Uqamatha Nomathamsanqa is Mamkhulu's name. So that's how we named her Uqamatha.
So why do you write for particularly?
Why do I write for little black girls? Because as an older black girl, I would have loved my little black girl to be hugged and loved with literature and pretty pictures. I would have loved that for myself as a little girl. Instead of putting give a busy Lana, no Enid Clayton, I'm sorry to mention them by name, no Sweet Valley. So I would have loved that. I would have, I think I would have had a different perspective on life from an earlier age than gaining it much later. So, I write for the little black girl to breathe.
Umthandazo kamama wami ungaphewe sethazami. Akekho kamama umthandazo ufune khona. Angizwa kahle. Umthandazo kamama wami ungaphewe sethazami. Akekho kamama umthandazo ufune khona.
Oh no! Sengibona ngozotshwe. Kwakungumgqibelo uQamatha enxibe kakuhle insimbi zentombi nesiketi neskipa. Kwakusekuseni gxumagxuma uQamatha evuyiswa ngumhlonyana kamakazi wakhe uSam. Ngaze ngamuhle mama, wozobona. Waze wamuhle mntanami, lokuhlala umhlobo ngabo uqhaqhazisa isikhumba sakho esinsundu kakuhle. Nasi isikhumba sesiqamatha. uQamatha wagcobhoza unyawo lakhe ngaphandle. Xa ejonga ubona intombi zigcwele zinxibe ezazo insimbi zicula kamnandi. Zatsho phezulu intombi iyelele mama. uQamatha walandela intombi. Sele kuyiwa esigcawini. Zazizinhle intombi ezi zitsholo phezulu ngeculo zicula esigcawini. uQamatha wayevuya ebona ubuhle obungaka. Yonke indlela wayelokhu egxumagxuma nabahlobo bakhe bekholelwa ngubhuti wakhe uCamagu. Camagu is my son, ulokade la. Amantombazane adedelana esigcawini kwaze kwangena okuziwe ngaye okungumakazi kaQamatha usamkelisiwe. So yeah. That was a nice surprise. I didn't expect the Xhosa version.
And how's that for you? And how's that showing people just listen to your work and enjoying it? How is that for you?
How is it?
How is it for you when you hear people like engaging with the word?
Oh, I live for that. I live for that. I'm such an engagement seeker. It's not even funny.
So many people coming to this event, the support. And
Yes, it's amazing
how
for
does
me.
it make you feel? Do you ever take a step back and recognize the work that you've done? You know.
I don't. I hardly have the time, and we've run out of time. Our collaborator is Manini Wines, a brand by Pumzile Ntola. Our other collaborator is Uzamakube, African Indigenous Snacks. She sells this great healthy stuff. And yeah, those are our two collaborators, and we have Beta TV here filming today. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.